Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As I'm recording this video, I think the two matches of Portugal and Colombia and Congo and Uzbekistan just concluded with Congo beat Uzbekistan and Portugal and Colombia finished in a goalless draw. So as things stand, I think only two more matches are about to play out. So two more matches between Algeria and Austria between second and third place, and Argentina and Jordan between first and fourth. Argentina already advanced as the group winner, so no matter what happens, they will still be first. So the funny thing is, Austria and Algeria, they can, put out a team to lose on purpose. Why is that? Because as you can see on the screen here, which I'm showing you, the winner of that match potentially, or the team that finished second in that group, will face Spain, which is a harder opponent than Switzerland. So, in my opinion, I mean, the match didn't happen yet, but I'm just going to predict those two matches. I think Argentina's still going to beat Jordan, whether if they rest players or not. I think they still have enough quality to beat Jordan. Algeria and Austria, even if they put out I think when they put out a team to not win intentionally, I think both teams will play out to a goalless draw or like to a draw, a boring draw. So that's my opinion, and I think Algeria will be lucky to get Switzerland and Austria will play Spain, which feels like a Euro matchup and not a World Cup. So here are the official matchup. I mean, apart from Switzerland versus Algeria and Spain versus Austria, I'm going to predict the brackets. I wish I could have done this before the World Cup, but this one feels more authentic, like the actual matchup, who to predict the whole tournament from the start, from the group stage, especially when there are 48 teams still in the tournament, it's very hard. You can get a lot of things wrong. So from here on out, I think I'm going to choose each winner, and some of them I will go in more details and in more in depth, even the score prediction or maybe like how the match will play out. But some of them I will not. I'll just pick the winner or just say that, oh, maybe some teams will go to extra time or whatever. So the first matchup that we'll play, actually we'll play tomorrow, I think 3 a.m. or something, is between South Africa and the co-host Canada, I think. Yeah, South Africa get the 3 points against South Korea, which essentially eliminates them. But I think they will put up a good fight against Canada, but unfortunately they will come up short. So I think this particular match will end in 90 minutes. It will not go to extra time or penalties, and the winner's going to be Canada. The second match will be Germany against Paraguay. Germany wins. 90 minutes, maybe 2-3-0. Netherlands against Morocco. I think this one we were robbed of this match in the later stage, maybe quarter or semi-final. I think these two teams are capable of upsetting bigger teams like, the powerhouse like Brazil, Germany, France. So it will be very sad to see one of these teams go very early. Netherlands obviously flexed their muscles early on when they beat Sweden 5-1, and they play out to a very brilliant display against Japan, win a 2-2 draw, and they topped the group, scoring 10 goals. So I think this match will finish in 90 minutes, and I think it's going to be a very high scoring game. It might be a 3-2 or 2-1. So I'm going to go Netherlands. Brazil against Japan. I think this will be the first upset. Even though Brazil has like brilliant run of games, obviously they start a bit slowly against Morocco. Vinicius Jr. was brilliant. He had a very great run, scoring in all 3 games of the group stage, but I think Japan will shock everyone on the planet and eliminate Brazil. Because when you watch Japan play, you will know exactly why I'm picking Japan. Japan played brilliantly against Tunisia, against Sweden. I mean, they could have had more quality in the final ball in the final third. Against Netherlands, one of the dark horse of the tournament, Japan is also a dark horse, and I think Japan has the quality to hold Brazil in a 1-1 draw in the 90 minutes. And let me think. Will they get it done in the 120 or will they get it done in the penalties? The thing is, if Japan goes to penalties, I don't think they can beat Brazil, because Brazil has a good goalkeeper in Alisson, and Japan penalty taking was horrendous against Croatia in the 2022. You know what? I'm going for Japan 2-1 after extra time. So 1-1 in the 90 minutes and 2-1 after extra time. Japan goes through. France and Sweden, this looks like a Euro matchup again, but I think France has all the quality to put, 2 or 3 or 4 past Sweden. Especially Sweden defense is soft and vulnerable, and it could be easily get at with all the quality from France, Doué, Mbappe, Dembele. I think this will be a comfortable win for France. Moving on to Côte d'Ivoire versus Norway, this will also be a mouth-watering game. Côte d'Ivoire obviously nearly upset Germany and could have had the chance. I don't know what that guy was doing. The chance that Pepe threw to him and he took an extra touch that actually essentially cost him the game, cost the whole team the game. If Côte d'Ivoire score that goal, this whole tournament will be very different. Germany will play Norway, and Ivory Coast will play Paraguay instead, and crazy things will happen. But I think Norway rest their players in the final game. I think this will be a very tight game, and it has potential to go to extra time. I don't know the actual score, but I'm gonna go with Norway. Mexico against Ecuador. Ecuador show up late, beat Germany to come through, but I think Mexico will win in a normal time. England against Congo. This will be a very tricky game for England. England struggle against low blocks, especially that display against Ghana is very unimpressive and underwhelming. So England will have to make sure that they have the right setup to beat the low block, because Congo will definitely show up in a low block. But I'm pretty sure England will get it done. I don't know whether it's 90 minutes or extra time. I don't trust England. Moving on to USA against Bosnia, USA. Belgium against Senegal. This will be a tricky game for Belgium as well. Belgium show up late as well. Draw against Egypt, draw against Iran, and beating New Zealand 5-1. But I think Belgium quality will shine through. Maybe after extra time. I'm not sure about this game. Portugal against Croatia. Portugal, I was actually about to predict Portugal topping the group. I would think that they would have beat Colombia, but the result was a draw. So Portugal against Croatia, be very careful. Croatia actually, has a very good World Cup runs in the last 2 World Cups. Like, obviously, the runners-up and then the 3rd place. So Portugal, even though they have the best midfield in the World Cup with Vitinha, João Neves, and Bruno Fernandes, Portugal has to be very careful. They might get knocked out. And, it's not going to look good for Ronaldo. This will be a very tricky game. I'll come back to it. Spain against Austria, Spain. Switzerland against Algeria, Switzerland. Argentina against Cape Verde. Cape Verde has 2 clean sheets, has 1% chance given to them to advance to the next stage of the game, the knockout stage. I'm not sure. Cape Verde qualify by having 3 draws and finishing 2nd in the group, drawing against Uruguay and Spain as well. I don't know. Do they have quality to score if they concede first against Argentina? That's the big question. And also, do they have quality to hold Argentina to a goalless draw and go to extra time? Do they have enough quality in the depth of their squad to go to extra time. Argentina certainly does. So I'm going to go with Argentina. Colombia against Ghana. This will be a very good game as well. The two strong teams from South America and Africa. I am going to go with Colombia. I think Colombia has a very good run and people actually overlook them. Australia against Egypt. This will be a good game too. So Australia finished second in the group stage. Egypt finished second. Australia, I don't know what version are they going to turn up. Like, I watch all of the Australian games. In the US and Turkey, Australia play low block. Very, very low block. Park the bus and counter-attack. They succeeded against Turkey and they failed against US and conceded 2 soft goals and couldn't come back in the game when US gave more possession to them. And they couldn't make anything out of it. Egypt, draw against Belgium, draw against Iran, nearly get knocked out. You know, VAR saved them. Otherwise, Australia would have played against Iran instead. Obviously, they beat New Zealand, but everyone beat New Zealand. So, do you know what? I'm going to go with Australia. I think Australia might have enough quality to get past Egypt. Portugal against Croatia. I don't know, man. I'm just going to go with Portugal. I don't want to see them get knocked out this early. Round of 16. Germany against France. Wow. The 2 times champ against 4 times champ France. I think Germany looks a bit shaky, especially against Cote d'Ivoire. Netherlands again, Canada, oh, Netherlands. Japan against Norway. Ooh, Erling Haaland against the Blue Lock. Do you know what? I'm going to go Japan. Sorry, Odegaard. I'm going to go Japan. Mexico against England. I'll go for England, but it's going to be very tough. I think, look, England always make it tough for themselves, so I think it's going to be tough. Portugal against Spain. I'm sorry, Ronaldo. You're going to head home again because Spain is actually good, both on paper and on the pitch. I mean, look, they start a bit slow against Cape Verde, but that game, I think they rested Lamine Yamal for some reason because they underestimated them. So I think, look, Portugal can go toe-to-toe with Spain. I think the last time they met in a competitive tournament was way back in 2018 where Ronaldo got a hat-trick in the group stage game, but I think Spain will get this done. USA against Belgium. It's actually a repeat from the round of 16 in 2014 in Brazil. It's actually closer than everyone thinks because USA has improved themselves and Belgium actually looked kind of underwhelming, but I think they will still have enough quality to get through. Argentina, oh my god, they meet Australia again? It's actually a repeat again of round of 16 last time. Argentina, sorry Australia, you have to head back home, Socceroos. Colombia against Switzerland, this is actually a good game, and I think Colombia will go through to the quarterfinal again. Now the quarterfinal, France against Netherlands. What is this bracket, man? Why is quarterfinal is already France and Netherlands facing each other again? I think Netherlands will fall short. I don't know. Will they go big this time? Because the last time when they were good and then they faced the winner, you know, Argentina, then they didn't do much. I mean, they scored 2 goals to come back, but they didn't do much. I mean, the penalties, Argentina absolutely demolished them. So I think Netherlands will get knocked out. France will go through. Spain against Belgium. Spain. Japan against England. The World Cup run's going to come to an end. So I think England will go through. Argentina against Colombia. Argentina. Semi-final. France against Spain. Spain will go through. England against Argentina. Will England get past Argentina? They will. And Spain win. Because as much as I want England to win more than Spain, because, you know, and I also did say that Spain and England are both favorites. So it's actually coincident that both of them has the opposite route to meet each other in the final. And I think Spain will do a repeat of the Euro 2024 and win this one. And Spain will win the World Cup. Let me know your predictions in the comment, and I'll see you in the next one. And I hope Japan will get past Brazil, because they will have a high chance to go to the quarter once they get past Brazil. See you in the next one. Goodbye.